Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So the market very slow throughout the day. We saw three major breakouts today. We saw DATS, AEHR, and VYGR. I'm going to go over exactly what levels need to hold above going to next week and what exact indicators will give us confirmation on a continuation. And all I ask in return is you guys smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates on potential breakouts that we mentioned throughout the week. So let's jump into this one. So the first one I'm going to go over with you guys here is DATS. I'm going to go over the 5-minute chart, and then I'm going to go over the 1-hour and the 4-hour chart so you guys can see what we're looking at for overall. But before we get started, I want to mention that we do alert penny stock and break alerts of today. Today we mentioned DATS at $9.40 on the volume spike, jumping up over $12 going to extended hours, over 25% on that breakout. As you guys can see, we did have that major breakout. We did alert how we were losing buy pressure at that point in time. As you guys can see, we got that decrease in buy pressure during the middle of the day, again giving us that overextension, even though we did have that continuation on up. As you guys can see, we did not have as much buy pressure, so we did alert this one very weak at about $11.83. We did continue on up, but again, reaching that previous gap down. I'm going to go over that with you guys in a second here. And we also mentioned CCXI in pre-market on FDA news approval, had a continuation up all the way up to $40 on the day. And we also did mention news on VYGR on Wednesday, had that continuation on up for the last couple of days, breaking this new highs today. I'm going to go over that with you guys here. So if you guys do want to see all of our breakout alerts of today, go to instables.com in the description below, and you guys will never miss a breakout alert of it again. So as you guys can see here on the 5-minute chart, we had that spike up, but as you guys can see, we had this alert here at $9.40. As you guys can see previously, we had this rejection to the upside exactly at $9.40. We had that confirmation above that mark, showing us that nice reversal, showing us that we were going to continue on up. Now I'm going to back up to the 1-hour chart so you guys can see we had that major sell-off, that huge gap down here, showing us potential to the upside if we did have a bounce. And as you guys can see, we have these candles to the downside, showing us that we do have our trend here to the downside. But however, as you guys can see, we have here on the RSI, showing us momentum to the upside under the 30 RSI. Again, the 30 RSI is oversold, and then the 70 RSI is overbought, showing us that we do have that momentum to the upside under the 30 RSI, showing us that confirmation on that bullish divergence, showing us that we could have that momentum to the upside. And as you guys can see, we had that increase in buy pressure, giving us confirmation on that momentum going to today. And as you guys can see, we are reaching up to our previous gap down, making sure we are careful at this point in time, making sure we do hold over $12 going to next week is exactly what I'll be looking for. And then we have that next gap down here, which in my opinion, we will be taking profits leading into this major gap down, making sure we do break over our next gap down that we have here at $13.50. Again, making sure we can hold over $12, but again, making sure we can gap up over that $13.50 mark is extremely key. But if we cannot hold $12 as a support, then we will come back down, test this $9.40 mark that we had our breakout from today from, make sure we can hold over that $9.40 mark and then break above here, possibly test this $12 mark and then look for that $13.50 break that we're looking for. If we cannot break over $13.50, then we will come back down, again, test that $12 mark and possibly break out from there. So again, that's very much going to be on the watch going to next week to break over that $13.50 mark. Breaking over $12 would give us some momentum, but making sure we can break over that previous gap down here at $13.50 would exactly be what I'll be looking for here. Now, jumping back to the 5-minute here, as you guys can see, we had that major spike today, looking to see if we can break above that previous buy pressure point that we did have. As you guys can see, going to extended hours, we got some sell pressure going to extended hours, making sure we can increase in buy pressure going to next week, making sure we can break above our previous buy pressure point at this point in time. In my opinion, I definitely would be setting an alert here right above our previous buy pressure point, so that way if we do get more confirmation on momentum, we will be alerted as soon as that does happen. So to set the alert here on trading, you go over to the plus sign here, you click add alert, and you can put the alert right above your previous buy pressure point, so that way if it does break above it here on the 5-minute, then we will get more confirmation on that momentum, making sure we can break over that $13.50 mark again with that buy pressure is exactly what I'll be looking for. So the next one I'm going to go over with you guys here is AEHR. A lot of people are curious if AEHR is going to continue to break out. AEHR has been breaking out all throughout the week. So I'm going to go back to the 1-hour chart so you guys can see what we're looking out for overall. So again, you guys can see we did have this major breakout previously. We did alert this one in the Intables room, but as you guys can see, we had this major sell-off, having this enormous scoop up here. Again, breaking over that 1686 mark, continuing to break into new highs with not as much volume as you guys can see we had previously. But however, what exactly has to happen for us to continue? So I'm going to go back to the 5-minute here so you guys can see exactly how this one has been playing out. And as you guys can see, we are reaching up to this $20 psychological resistance. If we can hold over $20 going to next week, then in my opinion, we could have a continuation on up. So jumping into the MACD here, as you guys can see, we had this major spike on that buy pressure. And as you guys can see in the middle of the day, we had some buy pressure, giving us that extension on that 20-moving average, bouncing off here. Again, the market overextending at that point in time, also pushing AEHR on up. But however, as you guys can see, we could not break above our $20 psychological resistance. So again, making sure we can hold over $20 going to next week and making sure we do get get that increase in buy pressure just like we saw on DATS, making sure we do set alert right above our previous buy pressure point. So that way, if it does break above it, then we could have a continuation. But again, AEHR has been on quite the run. Definitely going to be careful, making sure we do hold over that $20 mark. If we do not break above our previous buy pressure point, then in my opinion, we are a little overextended. So again, AEHR, making sure we do get more confirmation on momentum, again, ending the day with a ton of volume at the end of the day. So the last one I'm going to go over you guys here has been breaking out for the last few days, as they did have a license agreement with Pfizer. We're going to see if VYGR can continue. Again, we did alert this one in the Instills room on Wednesday in pre-market. So as you guys can see here on the 5-minute, we have been continuously breaking the new highs. And as you guys can see, since Wednesday here on the 1-hour chart, since around $3, you guys can see we have been breaking into new highs, continuously breaking out. Now, what exactly is going to give us confirmation on a continuation and another major breakout? So as you guys can see here on the 1-hour chart, we had this major spike from that major breakout that we had originally from that news. But as you guys can see, we had that decrease in buy pressure here on the 1-hour chart. But as you guys can see, we had that continuation up because we got more confirmation on that buy pressure, continuously giving us more buy pressure throughout the week and having that continuation up. But however, as far as a continuation, we are going to be looking to see if we can break above our previous buy pressure point to get more confirmation here on the 1-hour chart. So making sure we can break above our previous momentum that we had on Wednesday. So I'm going to jump back to the 4-hour chart so you guys can see which key levels we're trying to break above here. So as you guys can see on the 4-hour chart, we had our previous gap down and our previous rejection to the upside here at $5.83. So going into next week, we're going to look to see if we can hold over that $6 mark. And if we can hold over $6, in my opinion, then we are going to be looking to see if we can break our next level here at $7.07. As you guys can see, we had multiple bounces here at $7.07. We had another bounce here at $7.07. And then we had our gap down because we could not respect this level here. So VYGR will stay on the watch, but we do have these very key resistances that are coming up. So we're going to keep that in mind and also make sure we do get more confirmation here on the 1-hour chart from the MACD that we did mention here, from that original momentum that we had here on that news. But if we cannot break above our previous buy pressure point that we have here, then in my opinion, we are looking more consolidated, or we're going to possibly have a rejection to the upside coming into these resistances that we do have here at 707 and 886. So making sure we do get more confirmation on momentum is exactly what I want to make sure we do focus on. So if you guys do want to see all of our breakout alerts set today, go to instables.com in the description below, and you guys will never miss a breakout alert again. And everybody that has been supporting the channel, all of you instables that have been coming over and showing me love in the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. As always, much love to you guys, and hope you guys do have a great weekend as well. And if you guys do like this video, it does help if you find it, and it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.